Hello everybody and welcome back to another episode of Let's Play Hard West. In the previous episode we continued our journey across the ways, only to be betrayed by our closest friend. It's quite the shame that that has happened, but now we have reached the end of our long journey, a temple where we must sacrifice our dearest friend. Something that Alvaro, or the Masked Man, has kept from Zacharias. But that I'm fairly certain he is well aware of. I've already changed up equipment and cards, but I'm not going to go over it just yet. They arrived at a massive ancient structure. If stories were to be believed, this magnificent temple was the gateway to untold wealth and power. As you can see, Zacharias is no longer in the party. That will dump everything he has onto you. Now, the game states that you should give the Holy Musket to David O'Connell, but because I'm one short, I decided to just give him a regular musket. It's 2 less damage, but it'll be just fine. You're also going to want to give him the Navy gun, and between Victor Suncove and O'Connell, you want to look at who has the lowest movement, or lowest aim, and give them the Bone Amulet and Eagle figurine respectively. Masked Man and Suncove's equipment doesn't change all that much, well, in terms of weaponry. On the card screen, you're going to want to give the Masked Man the Ricochet ability. It's going to be very useful. After that, just distribute the cards as you see fit. With that out of the way, let's get a move on. As they walked up the incredibly long stairs, Vasquez wondered what reward awaited him.
Horrified, Zacharias finally understood Vasquez's intentions. He would stop him or die trying.
Yeah, that's why you don't bother giving Zacharias anything. So, the reason you want to give him Ricochet is because we need to kill Zacharias ASAP. And if you don't already have the Trick Shot achievement, this is actually a good level to pull it off on. If I recall correctly, the Trick Shot is basically bouncing the bullet off of 3 objects before hitting a target. Now then, if I'm right, moving the Masked Man here should allow him a clear shot at Zacharias with the Ricochet ability. This is part of the reason you want the Holy Musket on him, is for the damage. Hit there, hit there, hit there. It's an 80% shot, but if I pull it off, it'll kill him. But of course it missed. The other 2 are just going to be set on killing the rest of the followers of Zacharias. O'Connell, let's get you over here and hope that gets you a clear shot on this guy. Sunco. Not a whole lot of people out of cover, so let's get you over here and start taking shots at anyone you can hit. Guaranteed shot on that one, but that can be seen by the others. Let's go for this guy. Ooh, no. On second thought, let's just go for the guaranteed kill. Thankfully, O'Connell's quite the tank at this point. I hear enemies off to the left. Okay, Masked Man, let's take another shot. And see if we can't kill your old friend once more.
Zacharias was dead. Vasquez smiled. Surely the forces inhabiting the temple would accept this sacrifice. It was time to pass through the gate and fulfill his destiny.
Whoa. Alright, Vasquez needs to enter the city. Well, we're not just going to send him running through all these guys. Besides, he doesn't have the movement to get there, I don't think. I mean, ignoring the fact that he already has, no action points. Aha! I see you. Let's just save some time and ammo and just use the Navy gun. Because, gotta reload afterwards. Sun Cove, you go over here. Ah, no, that snake's gonna block you. Darn it. Alright, well, in that case, reload your holy musket. That's fine. Alright. O'Connell, you get over here. And execute this guy. Oof. No point in trying to move all the way up because I can't get a flanking shot on him. So I'm just gonna have to stay where I am. Masked Man, you start moving this way. And I'm just gonna leave you there to reload your holy musket. Yeah, Shadow Salve is actually going to be pretty dang useful around here. Considering this is a nightmare. Kind of makes me wish I'd put it on Masked Man instead, because, he's essential. Okay, doesn't look like O'Connell can get to a good position to be able to shoot at these guys. At least, not with a flanking shot. So just gonna have them start moving around so we can get behind them. But I don't want to move up too soon, otherwise they'll just start trying to avoid me. Oh, and this fool. What a waste. Yeah, because if I move them up too far too soon, then the enemies will move into better positions, and that'll be a waste of time, sort of. Ooh. I'm really wishing I had given him the Shadow Salve. Okay, Sun Cove. I believe you can get into a position to take care of this guy. I see you! But I can't hit you. Curses! Yeah, it's just barely in a way that I can't hit them. Okay, O'Connell, you're a tanky son of a gun. Ooh, now I really wish I had a shotgun. Just cone fire and take them all out. Ah well. That's fine. If I move here... 100, 100, 100. I think it's time for a chain kill. Wait, what? 1 damage? What the hell? Unfortunately, Sunkove ain't gonna be much help here. Because I can't reload and have him move at the same time. That is the problem with these weapons. They're powerful, but they can only be shot once. Okay, I can get ricochet shots off now. Oh, this would be a perfect opportunity for a trick shot. But I already had the achievement, so meh. I doubt these guys can... Yeah, no, they're not going to kill him. Fool, standing out in the open like this. Alright, I'd say we leave one alive to act as witness for this.
Smiling and relaxed, the Antichrist emerged from the temple. His teeth glinted in the red star's baleful light, and a spark danced in his eyes. This was his world now.
Yep. We are the ones who unleashed all that horror upon the West, turning it into what it is. A demon-infested cesspool. And for those of you curious what some of the other... The ivory flintlock pistol, that's the other one that you get. Well, I think it's time, because we still have plenty of time, to move on to the next scenario. The Graveyard Shift. Father wandered the land, haunted by the curse he'd brought on the family, and became the solitary undertaker. When his new home comes under attack, though, he must face his demons, once and for all. Yes, we finally get to see what happened with Father after he disappeared in Hard Times. As usual, combat injuries. And we're going to get reaction shots disabled, express scarification, and luck for kills. Let's get this started.
Your father brought bad luck wherever he went. He suffered greatly, sacrificing much of himself to save his family. Hoping to leave the curse behind, he strode into the wilderness and traveled far to the south. There, he found a small town and decided to settle down. He told his new neighbors that his name was Benjamin Morin. As death seemed to follow him wherever he went, he decided to take up a new trade, undertaker. As he made his living burying the dead, traveling from farm to ranch, he kept searching for a way to lift the curse. One day, he returned to town to find it ravaged by something evil. Between the maniacal laughter of the murderers and the screams of their victims, a single survivor hid behind the bars of the jail. A former bounty hunter, Harrington.
The Undertaker returned from a funeral to discover his hometown ravaged by a violent cult.
your father kept to the shadows. Masquerading as one of the evildoers, he edged closer to the jail where Harrington was held. A shootout could get Harrington killed, so your father weighed his options.
I admit, it is a spiffing new outfit that he has. Now, the game will consistently recommend that you go on what is called Jinx walks. You see, I can't show it, but the Undertaker, as we call him, is permanently afflicted with the Jinx. Anyone he walks by, outside of posse members, will lose luck. I don't think he has the constant decline of luck. But yeah, anyways, the game will consistently recommend that you go on Jinx walks around areas, especially if you can get the disguise card, to reduce enemies' luck. We could do that. I'm not going to, because that would take way too long. If I was playing this by myself, that's exactly what I would do. But I'm not, so I won't. Subdue this guy.
Father forced the guard to open Harrington's cell. The old bounty hunter told him that those running roughshod over the town were possessed by something wicked. As the bulk of them were busy chasing down the fleeing townsfolk, Harrington suggested they dispatch those that remained.
Okay, who's got a better shot against this guy? Well, obviously Undertaker. Might not be a bad idea to try moving around somewhere more secure, but shooting from the windows is a bad idea with this blocking us, and balcony provides no cover. So I'm just going to take cover here. 58, 59, not much of a difference, but I'll take it. Ooh, nice shot. And remember, I'm working with a fresh batch of shooters here, so I don't have all the benefits that I would normally have. Okay, Undertaker, you get around here and execute this guy. Oswald, you got a shot on the other guy? Sort of. Dang. These guys are good. Now, this combat stage actually has 2 phases. So, even after we kill these guys, it's not it.
The marauders that remained in town were dead. Your father and Harrington prepared for the return of their Confederates. They hid in the shadows high above. As their enemies returned, they gathered on the main square. Their leader addressed them in some odd, unfamiliar tongue.
Ooh, man, that Jinx has got some range. Really? The guy's standing up out in the open? Okay, better shot with the 6-shooter. And it will kill him. If it hits. There we go.
Your father and Harrington cut down those unsuspecting evildoers.
Oof. Okay, these guys are jinxed. Who can I get instant kill shots on? Is this guy. Okay, what about Harrington? That's level 6 is going to require some more shots than one. Oh, well. Just take out the guys we can take out easily right now. Thin their numbers. Only get 1 damage, but if Harrington can get a shot off with his Remy Borgen rifle, which it's not looking likely, but I'll take the chance, it'll kill him. Bingo! Idiot. Okay, Harrington. Why don't we finish this job right here and now? 57, 74, take it. And he gets out in the open where I can easily end him. Okay, that initial mission went faster than I thought it would, so we've still got a little bit of time. Ghost Town was destroyed. The Undertaker had to leave and find a way to lift the curse that doomed those around him. The city was a cabinet of horrors. The streets were strewn with the bloody bodies of townsfolk killed by the diabolical cult. The Undertaker buried all the bodies. It took the Undertaker and Harrington the entire day, burying the dead, carrying corpses through the blood-splattered streets. The Undertaker couldn't shake the notion that all of this was his fault. He told Harrington as much, relating his story of his continued misfortunes, but omitting the devil's trickery. Harrington was skeptical of the curse, but suggested that visiting Empus the Hermit might help the Undertaker find peace. The day consists of 4 parts: dawn, morning, midday, and afternoon. Yes, this is going to be one of the big, how should I put this? The core mechanic of this game, or of this scenario. Ugh, tripping over my own words, but yeah, when is that anything new? Throughout the previous scenarios, we've never had to worry about time, but in this case, we do. Now, each time you explore an area, it will cost you some time. Sometimes even more if you pick a time-consuming action at that place. As you can see, we also have something underneath our gold. Food. Food was something in the previous scenario, but that was more of a currency. In this case, it's something essential. At the end of the day, we will have to eat. If we do not eat, we will get a debuff. And that's not something we want. Okay, we've got a bunch of stuff, but nothing we really need. Now, one of the other things is that money is going to be somewhat scarce unless you know what you're doing, because the only way to get money is by trading. In other words, buying an object at a low price somewhere and then selling it at a higher price somewhere else. So money's going to be a little scarce. That's why I highly recommend that you follow the guide that I am using in order to get through this. But anyways, we're going to head to the Hermit's Hut because it's the only option we have available to us right now. A thin column of acrid smoke rose from the shabby hut, home of Empus the Hermit. They found him alone, muttering under his breath to no one. The Undertaker told the story of his curse and how it had plagued him. The Hermit remained silent for a long time after the Undertaker finished his tale of woe. Finally, he spoke. The curse was powerful, he said. Empus would not be able to lift it alone, and he needed time to learn more about it. 2 days of study should suffice. Alright, well now it wants us to go to the plantation. The tobacco from Brian Cole's plantation was famous for its moldy look and intense aroma. There's a mysterious moneylender, but I don't think we want to be in debt to them. Purchase 12 tobacco at the plantation. Buying the minimum will make things easier later on. Then we need to sell the tobacco in town. That'll net us somewhat of a profit. Better than we had before. Undertaker went to the saloon. Let's see. Undertaker hired Fleischer, a tough fighter but a weak shot. No. We're going to want to hire Johnson, a fast but fragile fighter. Johnson was a sad man who remembered slavery all too well. During these turbulent times, life had forced him to train his reflexes, while luck had allowed him to survive. The town was a loose collection of decrepit planks, blah blah blah. Now then, we're gonna have to head to Ghost Town to get some provisions. Oswald took some food from his abandoned house. They were ready to continue their journey. You need to eat every day, as I stated. A character needs 1 food portion to remain healthy. 2 will make them more energetic. If a character skips a meal, he will be hungry. Denying them food on the second and following days will cause them to become very weak. Starved characters require 2 food portions to restore their strength. Okay then. The Undertaker sat down a grim prayer, determined to communicate with the dead. The Undertaker sat among the graves of his dead friends and enemies. His prayer wasn't religious, more a gloomy reflection on his past and present actions. The Undertaker was consumed with the idea of offering entertainment for those on the other side. It was hard to say whether the Undertaker or the spirits that truly desired an offering of 9 tobacco bags, 6 liquor, and 5 opium pipes. Yeah. Here's the thing, we need to make 3 offerings in order to get something of... in order to get a trinket out of this. So, yeah. Okay. In the next days, buy 10 units of ginseng in either town or caravan. Wherever is sold at 9 to 10 gold units per price. Also buy the necessary amount of tobacco to make the offerings at the plantation. Hey. 9 tobacco, 6 liquor, 5 opium. Alright, so I need 9 tobacco. 9, 6, and 5. Alright, well, let's hit the town first. Yep, give the Undertaker some food, Oswald, and Booker. And get some sleep. Okay. Well, they're selling ginseng for 10 gold per unit. Then we need to head for the plantation. Dead man walking. The posse encountered a wounded man in a torn Civil War uniform. Delirious, he seemed to think he knew the Undertaker and kept calling him Thomas Marshall. He spoke of war spoils hidden in our safe, assuring the Undertaker that it was secure inside a rotting oak at the base of a hill in the southeast. He said the clerk who last changed the combination vanished, though rumors said he was hiding in the mountains. After sharing his story, the man looked relieved, as though he had just relinquished a heavy burden. His breathing became slower as a placid smile stole over his countenance. 10 minutes later, he was dead. Interesting. Anyways, let's buy up those 9 tobacco bags. At least I do recall that we need to make 3 separate offerings. Oh well, doesn't really matter. We are actually out of time for this episode. So, if you guys like what you see, please leave a like, subscribe for future content, and don't forget to hit that bell icon to get notifications for when I upload, or to hit the straw polling to vote for our next Let's Play. And please, leave a comment down below this video. I'll see you guys in the next episode. Thanks for watching!